inside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Back to throw, it's King. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Phillips. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Makes the grab.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Stockton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Hands it off on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Got him downfield. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw, it's King. Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The play action fake. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic. It gets you a fresh set of downs.
They'll go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
And the Trojans in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Punch it out of the air. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. And if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third down, going up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rice came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Houston had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's King. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Under fire. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick six, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Mayava. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Now, 4th down.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
USC.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's King. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Wormley. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays.
Going for it all. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. Brought down at the 30 on the return, and his defense has set them up in scoring position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half. To throw any completions.
First down for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winners, guys like Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people watching this guy hoping he can be the next great one at USC. When you see throws like that, it gives you the hope that maybe, you know what, he might just be.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run from the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under fire.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on third down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
And the returner will be dragged down. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Here's the pressure. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nccaa. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Hit as he throws. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He breaks a tackle.
Return is brought down at the 31, and your USC Trojans will take over first and 10.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and trying to ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
It's first and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Quick spin on the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To the air, it's Mayava. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball and go have fun. Take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
They're working that left side. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future,
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Still looking, on the move. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's King. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're...
Makes the grab on the left side. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they've put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity?
it.